was one of the most beautiful moments in all my fishing adventures to finally have that wahoo, you know, to have worked so hard to get it. Now the next thing on my list was to shoot one. Caught one on rod and reel. That was unfinished business for me, but I now wanted to shoot one. I had already gone out on multiple trips trying to hunt a wahoo and spearfishing. It hadn't been successful, and it was still wahoo season. So my friend Stephanie Lynn calls me and says, "You want to go hunting for wahoo down in Key West?" Absolutely.
Going after wahoo again. This time in Key West.
We were going out with Dibs on Bottom Adventures. A guy named Aaron Young. He's got a great outfit down there. And we were going to go out with him for 2 half days. We were going out there with David Foster, who's actually on Instagram. Not many people know as Kill Shot Life. He's got a good Instagram following there. And a girl named Summer Sahoya, who I had seen on Facebook. We were friends on Facebook and Instagram, and she was a great Spearo, but I had never actually met her yet. So I was excited to meet her and Stephanie, myself. So I drove down there. I had netted up some nice bait prior to that, and so I brought down a couple of bags of pilchards. And as soon as we got there, we jumped out on the boat with Aaron, and we were hunting wahoo. So we were drifting in pairs. It was Summer and myself in one area, and Stephanie and David off in another area. So we were going out hunting for wahoo, and we weren't really finding anything that we were looking for, you know. Big old shark down there. I dropped down once and there was a bunch of jacks swimming around. And this one jack looked a little funny. And it turned out to be a big yellow jack. Put a nice shot in it, secured the first fish for the day, and we had dinner. I just couldn't resist.
Oh yeah, yellow jack's the best.
He's a big boy. Remember another time, I was dropping those pilchards down. Really loving Key West, these big muttons, they come up, they love to eat the pilchards. I mean, they come up in real good ways. And I dropped down on a nice mutton snapper, put a shot in on it. And secured that fish as well. In Summer, she's a really great diver. I remember she met me down halfway and she was like, "You good?" And I was like, "Yeah, what are you doing down here?" And just as I said I'm good, I remember like putting my head up and water getting in my mouth. It's like, oh! Like I felt for a moment that I wasn't good. But nice mutton, huh?
That's nice. That's a good dive too.
Yeah.
Hold it up again.
60. Yep. She was a great diver. She had a really great energy, and you know, we're making some films while we were hanging there. Got a really cool shot of her coming up with the sun rays reflecting. But no wahoo. We getting out? And so we wrapped it up and we went home. And actually we were staying at my buddy Chris Plonner's house. He let us stay at his house down in the Keys for the night. And the next day Summer couldn't join us. So a guy named Matt Marchesi took Summer's place, and we jumped on the boat early morning to go out hunting with wahoo. We were checking out some buoys. We were hitting some wrecks, dove down on this one huge wreck, and we're looking around, didn't see anything. Took off to another area. Make a drop. I shot a triggerfish and might have shot a couple of other fish, but just not that wahoo that we were looking for. So I've known Steph a long time, and she is extremely dedicated to the ocean. I mean, some people have it real easy on the ocean, I feel like myself, but unfortunately Steph has always had a little hard time with getting seasick. But she still goes out every single time and gets out there, and she just deals with it. Doesn't matter if she gets seasick or not, and she's not the kind of person to say, hey, let's wrap it up and go in. She just lays down or hangs out. It was rough that day. So Steph was gonna sit out this drift because she wasn't feeling well, and she decided to lie down on the float. So I was gonna be by myself with the boat kind of staying close to me, and the other two guys were on another set of flashers about a couple 100 yards away, and the boat was kind of in between us, and that was fine by me. Because the less people that are in the water, I feel like the less threatening you are to a big fish, and the more likely they are to come up to you and to confront you or check you out. It's just one person in the water. I've especially learned that, you know, over the past year after having shot a couple wahoo. So I'm in the water by myself, and I'm working the flashers, and I'm dropping pilchards. I'm working it. And we've got speedos swimming everywhere, which is a really good sign, because that's one of the baits that the wahoo go after and try to eat.
Lots of bait, lots of bait.
So all of a sudden, I see something that I've never seen before, which is two wahoo just swim right up. And I'm like, oh man, this is it. This is my opportunity to put a shot on a wahoo. I go down, and they're like, nope. They just swim away. Damn. And I'm hoping that wasn't the only opportunity that I had. So I'm working that flashers. The bull sharks are down there. Just, you know, got a lot of bait swimming around. And I'm just floating there, and I see another wahoo come in like a little bit deeper.
Got another one just came up on me.
And I look down, I see this wahoo, and I see something else out of the corner of my eye. I look over, and I see second wahoo, third wahoo, fourth, fifth, sixth. This one is swimming down there a little bit around the flashers, and then you've got this whole wall of wahoo that are even bigger swimming by. And I'm like, this is it. This is the opportunity that I've been waiting for. It was absolutely one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen, all those wahoo just swimming around there. And so I make a drop, and I go after that one wahoo I'm trying to line up on a shot. It just kind of veers away in a way that, you know, wasn't going to let me get close, put in that shot. And then the whole wall of wahoo just started kind of coming in a little bit closer. And I almost felt like this single wahoo was like leading the pack, because he was started going this way and they started kind of coming in, and so I started to line up on some of the bigger wahoo that are just swimming by. I'm lining up and I don't have a shot on this one wahoo, but that's okay because there's another wahoo that's right behind it. So I line up on that other wahoo. I think it's in the bag. I have got this wahoo right there. I'm about to nail this fish. It looks so close. I line up the gun and boom, put a shot, and I missed it.
Damn it! School with like 20 of them.
I couldn't believe it. The spear goes just under its stomach. You know, it was far enough away that I should have aimed higher, but my inexperience just, you know, I thought the fish was closer. I've always heard that, you know, they look closer than they are. You know, that didn't cross my mind at that moment in time. And I missed that fish. And I was so upset. They all kind of like swam away. It swam away. And that was it. That was my opportunity. I was so pissed, so upset. I finally had a shot, and I missed it.